Welcome to a cup of happiness. Hey everyone, Cindy Bettino, transformational healing, life coach, energy worker, and happiness expert. And some things have happened in my life in the last couple of weeks that really brought me to wanting to make this video blog about happiness, healing old wounds, healing old traumas, blaming parents, healing, moving forward. Like, what is happiness and how do we find happiness? And, for a long time, we do blame our parents for our old wounds and traumas, and our parents were imperfect. There's no person out there that is perfect. So even if you're not an addict, or even if you're not a narcissist, I mean, even if you're just plain old Jane old, John old, whatever, you're still imperfect. And in some way, you're still going to traumatize your kids. And that's a hard pill to swallow, in my opinion. It's hard to know that you will traumatize your children, but it's part of being the perfectly imperfect human, right? We're going to make mistakes. And so our parents made mistakes with us. And part of happiness, right, is stopping blaming our parents and figuring out what we need to heal those past wounds. Because it becomes our job to fix those things within us and to heal those things within us so that we can move forward. What skills weren't you taught by your parents? My parents grew up in the Depression era, so my parents had amazing survival skills. I mean, their survival skills were like off the charts, but they didn't have the skills around healthy, happy communication and happy, healthy conflict and the healthy no, and how to deal with money in a healthy way. I mean, they didn't have any of that. They were taught other things that were really important at the time. So it was in my early 30s, and I wish I had learned it sooner, but I didn't. And I was still mad at my parents into my early 30s, and a bit longer than that with my dad anyway, but that's my stuff. But it became a moment for me where I had to go, you know what? I'm 30 years old, I'm married, I have children, and it is now up to me to figure out what skills I need that my parents didn't teach me to be happy. So that's when I went on my quest for happiness. And, those trite memes that are out there that just say, just find your attitude of gratitude and you'll be happy, or just change your thoughts and it will change your happiness. Well, it's not that those aren't true, but those are a real huge generalization. And there's so much more to it. And happiness is a process. Happiness is a journey. I know that sounds trite too, right? That's used a lot, but it's true. Happiness is a journey, and it is a process. And it takes moving beyond blaming mom and dad to what can I do to be the person I want to be? What can I do to be the spouse that I want to be, or the partner that I want to be? What can I do to be the parent I want to be? Because as I've always said, happiness begins and ends with you. How you react or how you respond is on you. We can't control anybody else, and we can't go back and heal our past and fix our past. We can't change our parents and how they brought us up and how they raised us. So what skills are you lacking that you need to go find? And you can find them in books. You can find them in TED Talks. You can find them in podcasts. You can find them in blogs, video blogs. There's lots of great resources for you that don't cost much. Of course, therapy, coaching, those will all facilitate and make your journey faster, make your healing quicker. And by giving you more insight and someone holding you accountable to making shifts and changes, but creating a plan, right? These are the skills, the communication skills I want to learn. Um, Being vulnerable and asking your friends, your spouse, even your children, how can I be a better blank to you, right? And take what they say, not personally, but take it in a way that you can go, okay, well, I'm going to look at that. Ouch, but I asked for it. And I'm going to go find a book or a podcast or whatever and work on that skill or those skills so that I can show up differently in the future. So you can keep blaming mom and dad. You can keep just doing what you're doing, even if it's not working for you. Or you can start on your path of self-discovery, which means that you are starting your journey to find more happiness in your life, because happiness takes change, it takes time, and it takes inspiration, motivation, and consistency. It's adulting, right? So it's time to start adulting more, learning new skills in new ways, and learning new things about you so that you can move forward in your life. And I wish you all the best. See you next week.